Hey, it's John Lee Dumas of EO Fire, and it's the Entrepreneurial You, the show for dedicated and passionate Caribbean entrepreneurs seeking daily inspiration, brought to you by author, speaker, and award-winning entrepreneur Heneka Watkis-Porter. You must be prepared to ignite.
Coming up on this episode of the Entrepreneurial You,
implement systems and strategies. You can't do everything on your own. If you really want to upscale your business, you need to have those systems and strategies in place. And if you don't really know how to go about it, then find a coach or mentor that can really help you implement those things, because they are necessary in order to really uplevel your business.
Hi, my peak performer. I am Heneka Watkis-Porter, host of the Entrepreneurial You podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by Bookophelia, Jamaica Stock Exchange, and Patois Apparel. And now, let's go to today's episode. Peak Performers. Today's guest is a United States of America nationally recognized business coach and consultant and best-selling author. Her specialty is helping coaches, consultants, and other service professionals to grow their businesses with the right systems and strategies to put their sales and lead generation on autopilot. She has been featured on CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, and other media outlets, and she truly believes that everyone not only deserves, but also has the ability to live a fulfilling life of success and achievement. I'm so happy today to have on the Entrepreneurial You, Kay Sanders. Welcome, Kay, to the Entrepreneurial You.
Hi, Heneka. Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
So here's a fun question I have for you. Would you rather go without television or fast food for the rest of your life?
Well, definitely fast food. Fast food is bad for you. TV, I need my TV. That's my relax time.
Okay. All right. That was easy. Now I'll ask you to share your social media handle with our community so we can reach out to you.
Okay. Both on Facebook and LinkedIn, people can find me under Kay Sanders, or the handle is KSanders80.
And my peak performers, as usual, you can reach me, henekawatkisporter.com or patoapparel.com. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, it's Heneka Watkis-Porter or Patois Apparel. Now, we are going to be talking about making money. That's what you do, putting all those systems and procedures in place, Kay, to help your clients make money or show them how to do that. So now, just dive into a little more of, coming out of the intro. How do you help your clients make money?
Well, the way I help my clients is really I help them implement those different systems and strategies to really grow your business, to up-level your business. I mean, if you're in business for yourself, you can't do everything on your own. You can't do everything manually. So the systems and strategies that I'm talking about are like lead generation systems, where you consistently generate more leads to get on your email list so you can inspire people from your email list into becoming paying clients. And also, automating your sales process, having different offers in place, and because not everyone can pay for one-on-one services, or so you have to have different, like a value ladder, have different price options in place. So I really help them with implementing all of those different things, from list building, lead generation, sales process, creating content, creating online products. And I don't just coach them on how to do that, but I actually show them how it's done, or even do it for them, because I'm not just a coach, but I'm also a consultant, where I do some of the things for my clients, from website creation to actually creating landing pages and those type of things. But it's really, coaching them or teaching them the importance of having those systems and strategies in place. Because if you look at every expert entrepreneur, every successful entrepreneur, they have all those systems in place, because systems is what allows you to upscale your business. It's scalable, it's repeatable, it is, it's a process that works, that you can reuse over and over and over again to get results, to tweak this process to get even better results. So all of those different systems and strategies are really necessary if you want to become highly successful with your business. So that's how I really help my clients, also even, getting the clients. How do you really get the clients? Oftentimes where my clients have the biggest struggle is like, okay, how do I really get my name out there? How do I get the clients? How do I attract people to me? So that's really the things that I help my clients with, not just the education part, the coaching part, but also really helping them implement the effective strategies.
So what are some of the questions that we need to be asking in order to land our ideal clients? Because that's what we all want.
Well, first of all, you need to find out who is your ideal client. Oftentimes what I see is people say, well, I just work with everyone. I can help so many different people. But it's really, you need to find your ideal client. And that doesn't mean that you have to turn away other people, but it's really, you have to figure out your niche. For those people that don't really know what a niche is like really being an expert in one specific area. So for example, for me, I'm a business coach, but I specialize in the systems and strategies. So I don't really touch the other business aspects like financial stuff or any of those things. I really niche down to being that expert in the systems and strategies. So you need to have that niche. Yes, you can maybe have a second niche, but it's always better to have that one niche where you're an expert, because let's look at a doctor. If you have a heart problem, you wouldn't go to a general doctor, right? You would go to a heart doctor. And it's the same with the industry that you're in. If you're coach or consultant, you need to have that niche. You need to be known as the expert in one specific niche. And then you also need to determine who is your ideal client. Where are they? What are their pain points? What are their struggles? What keeps them up at night? What are their frustrations? What challenge do they want to overcome? Once you are crystal clear on your ideal client, then it's going to make it a lot easier for you to, first of all, find them, because then you know where they spend their time on. Let's say you focus a lot on other businesses, then LinkedIn would be a great strategy, and not so much Facebook. But you really need to know who your ideal client is, where they are, and then also once you're really clear on, what challenges they have, then you can create content and messages that really attracts those specific ideal clients, because whatever message you're putting out, it will resonate with that particular client. So that's really the first thing to really know is who is your ideal client. Get extremely, extremely clear on who they are, where they're at, and what problems they have.
Talk about content a little. Let's go there. In terms of, putting out content that is relevant and specific to our niches, what are some of the considerations that we need to be thinking about when we're developing content? How do we go about developing the content that is right for those that we're targeting?
Really, it starts with knowing what does your ideal client want? What are their challenges? What are their problems? And then you can create content around that. So content can be different free offers. That's also good for lead generation. So you can create an ebook, video series, like a quiz, assessments, any of those things. As far as, content online, like let's say social media. I mean, first of all, you want to have somewhat of a strategy. So you need to know, or you need to have a goal in place. Okay, why are you doing this? What is your purpose? Are you creating content for brand awareness, meaning you just want people to know, like, and trust you and to have the visibility? Or do you want to create content for lead generation, which is, the different lead magnets, having those different offers to generate more leads? Or is the content more geared towards getting clients? So if we look at brand awareness, you can do, for example, videos, YouTube videos, blog posts, writing articles, those type of things. That is more for the visibility. That gets your name out there. People will see your content. They will get to know, like, and trust you a little bit better. So, and you want to build up that know, like, and trust factor in order for people to say, yes, you know what, that person looks like she knows what she's talking about. I need to talk to her. So you want to have like a goal around that. So what you want to do, and then have a strategy around it as far as like how often are you going to post? How often are you going to release videos? And you want to stick to it. Now, let's say content for lead generation, like I mentioned before, you can create like a little ebook, a little PDF, quiz, even like a complimentary session would be a lead magnet as well. So you create that. And then as far as client acquisition, content could be creating a webinar, creating a virtual summit, those type of things. But it starts out with, think about what is your goal? What's the main outcome you want to have or you want to reach with your content? And then from there, really create a plan. Okay, every Tuesday, I'm going to write a blog post. Every Wednesday, I'm going to write a newsletter, and really, and then like every 2 weeks, I'm going to do a video or something like that. So really create that calendar around that so you know when to post what content and really plan ahead. That's the one thing is that you want to plan ahead as far as what topics are you going to be talking about. If you have like every month you want to have a different theme, you can do that as well. The key is really, have a goal and have a plan, really implement that plan around your content strategy. And that will also help you create the content much easier.
You started to talk about lead magnets. I'd want you to just give us a little more in terms of the different types of lead magnets and how do we go about setting them up? I know there are a host of them, but just share a few of them with us.
As far as lead magnets, the most popular one is really like a PDF. It can be a little report, and it doesn't have to be, many pages. It can be just one page or 5 to 10, maybe 15 pages of a little ebook. And that's like the most favorable one, the most used type of lead magnet is a PDF. Or you can do like, let's say, an email series, like an email course or a video series. You can do that as well. And the other things would be like a quiz or an assessment. What else? Like a workbook, worksheets, those type of things. So basically, but it really depends on what is your ideal client looking for. Let's say you want to create a video series, but your ideal client doesn't really like that, then I wouldn't suggest create that. So really, it's based on what your ideal client wants. The way you create it is, well, like I said, it first starts out with, deciding what type of lead magnet you want to create. And then let's say you want to create a little PDF, like a little ebook. I'm pretty sure you've written an essay before, right? It's basically the same thing. You start with a headline, the title, like a little subtitle, and you start with an outline, and then you basically fill in the outline. And it's writing like a little PDF is basically the same thing as writing an essay. And I like to use that analogy with my clients. It makes it a lot easier because oftentimes they're like, oh my God, I got to write all these pages. I don't know how to do this. But it starts with just an outline. You start with an outline. Even if you're creating, let's say, a quiz or anything like that, you can do like a brain dump or brainstorm really about all the different things you want to, or mind map. That's the word I was looking for. All the different things you want to include in your free offer. So if it's something that where you don't, or even if you want to do videos, you wouldn't really write an outline unless you really script the videos, but you can still do a little mind map, including all the things you want to have included and move things around how you want to have the layout as far as like the topics and things. And then you create a landing page, do some the autoresponder because you do want to have a welcome email and also the email that goes out with the link to their lead magnet. And you want to have like a little email series afterwards to really provide more value, which then leads them into maybe a discovery session or something like that. That is like just a little short version of that. It's a little more detailed, but I hope, your listener can kind of get an idea of all these different steps that are involved.
Right. So we want to, help somebody listening know, okay, they're ready to write their ebook. So you're finished with it now. Take us through the process of the step-by-step. Where is that book, ebook, that PDF housed? The steps in setting up those different emails. Thank you so much for subscribing to our list and so on and so forth. Just take us through that process.
Well, there are different services that you can utilize. For myself, I use a WordPress plugin. Like I said, I do the whole web and graphic design, so I'm comfortable with doing that. So I create my own landing pages on my website. I use a plugin. It's called InstaBuilder. So you can create your own landing pages on your website. That is more for a person that's more technical inclined because you actually have to create the pages and stuff. They have templates, but it might be a little too advanced for someone that is not very technical. There are other options such as a ClickFunnels. That's really big right now. They have those different landing pages that you can use the templates. So as far as I know, it's very easy to use. Once you figure it out, then there's like leadpages.org or .com, I believe. So different, you want to get a landing page service provider, someone that offers landing pages. Once you have that, you create the landing page, you connect your lead magnet with that. So whenever someone signs up, and you also need to have an autoresponder, I use GetResponse that I can connect with my landing page with the form that's on the landing page. So anyone that goes onto the landing page, they would put in their name and email. That would be their contact information would be in my autoresponder. It would be triggered right away so they get an email, like a thank you email, welcome email. Here's the link to the download, and I also have a link directly to the next page where they can download the free offer. So that's kind of like how you do that. Like I said, you can use those different services like ClickFunnels has become really big right now. Lead Pages, and then like I said, I use my WordPress plugin, InstaBuilder. And then you really want to have an autoresponder as well. Like there is Fusion stuff, that's for the high end. I wouldn't suggest that to anyone that's just starting out at still beginning stages because it is kind of expensive. ClickFunnels also offers the whole autoresponder and CRM. Like I said, GetResponse, I use that. There's Aweber, there's ConvertKit. So there are a lot of different email service providers out there, but you definitely want to have that because that has your database of all the emails. So anytime when you're getting a new lead, whenever you're pushing out your free offer, the people will go onto your database. And then from there, you can really build up the relationship. You can send them newsletters. You can provide more value within the email and really lead them up the basically the sales funnel, not the sales, like the selling funnel, the selling ladder to turn them into paying clients.
That's a mouthful. I'm sure you've been soaking it in, my peak performers, and you're ready to set your business on autopilot. At this moment in time, I'm going to be taking a break. When we come back, we are going to delve a little more into making sense of the appropriate tools necessary for systemizing our businesses. Let's take a break. Peak performers, success is something that we gradually work towards as an end goal, but we need to be in the right environment to make it happen. Bookophilia is dedicated to providing a space for book, coffee, and tea lovers, creatives, educators, students, and professionals who want ideas, innovation, and inspiration. They have a variety of high-quality books, a cafe, events such as book launches, signings and art exhibitions, and professional services uniquely tailored to your needs, culture, and tastes. Their environment provides for the full literary arts experience, allowing for multifaceted creative expressions. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Bookophilia. Welcome back. And we're talking with Kay Sanders. She is a business coach, a consultant, and an author. We've been talking about putting our businesses on autopilot by, doing all these lead magnets. And she spent some time sharing about how it is that she helps her clients make money and also some of the ideal questions we need to ask in order to land that ideal client that we are going after. Now, let's turn our attention to making sense of those tools that are necessary for systemizing a business, because that can be a challenge when there are so many of them out there. Help us to maneuver that, Kay.
Okay, yes. I mean, first of all, yes, there are many, many strategies out there, and it can be overwhelming, especially if you're trying one strategy, it doesn't work. You think you need to go to the next one because it's not working for you. But the first thing I would like to say is don't give up on a strategy, because all these, successful experts, they really made those strategies work. And it took them a very long time to really make those strategies work for them. They invested a lot of time and money into making those strategies work. So when you decide on a strategy, don't just give up right after the first try. Really perfect it, tweak it, because everything online is about testing and tweaking, testing and tweaking. Any landing page you're creating, it's about testing and tweaking, because you never really know. You might think your headline is really great and it sounds really great and people are just going to grab it left and right, but then there's nothing. So you might need to tweak it. But as far as the different strategies, I like to tell my clients, okay, let's dump all the strategies that you know of, put it on a piece of paper, and then really also create a plan around that. It also goes back to what strategy do you want to use as far as brand awareness, lead generation, or client acquisition. You really go from that, and then you find a strategy that is in line with you. Some people say having speeches is a great strategy, and it is. But not everyone likes to give talks. Not everyone is into this whole public speaking because they have that fear of public speaking. So I highly suggest not pick a strategy where you sit here and like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. My hands are getting sweaty. I'm getting all sick and stuff. Really pick a strategy that is in alignment with you, really touches your ideal client, that goes where your ideal client is and what something that they want to listen to. So really find a strategy that fits for you, make a plan around that. And just what I explained earlier is really stick to the strategy, be consistent with it, and then you will get the results that you're looking for. So some of the lead generation strategies that I really focus on with my clients is the lead magnets, webinars, and virtual summits, because they are really great strategies that help with really getting your name out there for brand awareness. It's also great for lead generation and also for client acquisition, because all of those strategies will help you really convert people onto your list. So lead generation, people will get to know, like, and trust you with the content that you're putting out. And then with email marketing, you can then not convince them, but inspire them to actually work with you. And then email marketing is also a great strategy you definitely want to implement into your business, because email marketing, some people might think email is dead, but it really is not. Because first of all, the money is in the list. So you want to definitely focus on building your list with those different lead generation strategies. And then from there, you build up the relationship. And email marketing is really great because you have those people on your list. So that's your list. You can have 5,000 people on LinkedIn and 5,000 people on Facebook, for example, on your friends list. But what if LinkedIn or Facebook would go away tomorrow? Where are those people? They're gone, because that's not your list. When you focus on building your list, you can really build up the relationship with them. And then they're going to become your raving fans, because you continuously put value out there. You're not just going to make any offers, but you're really continuously putting in the effort to build up the relationship with them. And then whenever you do make an offer, whenever you do ask them for a complimentary session, or you're doing a launch or having an event or anything like that, the chances of them actually opting in or taking you up on your offer is a lot higher than if you're just throwing out something out on social media. Because, oftentimes on social media, they're being bombarded anyway. So it's a lot harder to get people from social media when you're making any posts, any promotions, than when you have your email list and you really build up the relationship, and then it's a lot easier to convert them into paying clients. So that's like really the biggest strategies. And then also having multiple streams of income. That is really big, because let's say you're in a coaching or a consulting industry. Well, if you don't work with clients, you don't get paid, right? So you want to have those multiple streams of income coming in through creating online courses, creating digital products, creating those info products or online courses that people can take. First of all, people that can't afford to work with you one-on-one can still have the opportunity to work with you, just doing it online, doing it on their own, but they still get to work with you. You still have one stream of income coming in if you have that. If you're also offering multiple streams, multiple offers, let's say you're offering one-on-one coaching, group coaching, the digital products, VIP days, workshops, those type of things. You have, I just listed 5 different sources where you can get income from. So that can definitely up-level your business, because if you're just doing one-on-one work, there's a limit to how many people you can work with. But if you're also offering group coaching, you can reach a lot more people. If you're offering an online course, you can reach a lot more people than just face-to-face, one-on-one, or group coaching. And even if you're doing a workshop, that's another avenue where you can reach a lot more people. We became coaches, consultants, because we want to make a difference in the world, but we can only work with so many people. So having those different avenues where you can, educate people, where you can reach those people, where you can make an impact on their lives, you can reach a lot more people.
I must also say publicly, as you mentioned about content, that you do share some really valuable content. I was sharing with you, Kay, that, in setting up my running order for conversation, I got lost into going over the content that you were sharing online, and I found that to be such a valuable, such value. So I appreciate that, and thank you for that. So at this point, I'm going to ask you now, Kay, for your final thoughts on just systemizing our businesses, setting it on autopilot to make that money that we really need to make.
Well, first of all, implement systems and strategies. You can't do everything on your own. If you really want to upscale your business, you need to have those systems and strategies in place. And if you don't really know how to go about it, then find a coach or mentor that can really help you implement those things, because they are necessary in order to really uplevel your business. If you want to really have a nice lifestyle where you can go travel or be location independent and really get clients, basically on autopilot, you need to have those systems and strategies in place. And don't be afraid of them either, because they are not as complicated as you might think. And like I said, get the help, get the support. If you don't work with a coach right now, go find yourself a coach that can really help you implement those systems and strategies, because it will make your life so much easier, and it will definitely up-level the client base, the clients that you're working with, and also your income.
All right, so you have shared so much, and now time for the goodie giveaway that you have, as well as at the end of that, you can also share your contact information where we can reach you to get more of this value that you have shared.
Well, the one offer that I would like to make is it's my client getting formula. It's a lead magnet. It's a PDF. It's basically lays out a few strategies that someone can use and implement to get more clients on autopilot. So that's a really great automated tool that people can download if they want. The link to that, it's ksanders.com/client getting formula. So they can just download it. It's I think 12 pages or so. And it really lays out nicely how to really automate that process to get more clients.
And of course, it will be in the show notes. So if you missed it, the show notes is actually quite there. Okay, you have been an inspiration. You have shared lots of value, lots of nuggets, lots of things that we can take to level up our business, to scale up and get those clients that we are after. So that's Kay Sanders. We've been talking with my peak performers. If you've missed it, but you can always hit replay. Business coach, consultant, and author. Kay, I want to thank you so much for coming and sharing your information with us, sharing such value, as I said before, and we certainly appreciate it here at the Entrepreneurial You.
Thank you for having me. It was definitely a pleasure, and I hope I was able to provide some great value. I know it was a little techy, so I hope I wasn't confusing too many people.
No, it was all good, and it's even if it's technical, it's something that you've introduced so they can now go further and do a little more research and also stay in touch with you to get more clarity. So thank you again. And now a word from our sponsor, Jamaica Stock Exchange.
We needed to raise capital, but our experience with local financial institutions was that they were cautious and slow to act, and interest rates were far too high. We had real concerns about financing our business through outside equity investors and the possibility of interference. Could we get a fair valuation for our business? We had our own ideas about the business and its value. Should I go the traditional route of bank financing, or should I try the Jamaica Stock Exchange? So we made a call and experienced transformation of our business through conversations. I'm John Mafood, CEO of Jamaican Teas, and we're listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange.
Give us a call today at 876-967-3271 to begin your transformation through conversation. We want to see your company listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange.
We have come to the end of another great show. Thank you so much for listening. I'd really love for you to go to iTunes, subscribe, rate, and review the podcast, The Entrepreneurial You. That's if you've not already done so. And I really look forward to hearing from you about your journey as an entrepreneur. If you've not already started and you're about to start, I'd love to hear about that. So send me an email at henekawatkisporter@gmail.com. In the meantime, please visit henekawatkisporter.com, where you can access several resources to help you level up and peak your performance. Feel free to explore the website. There are several resources, there are blogs, there are the podcast, those past episodes that you've not yet listened to. You can also leave a comment on the show notes page of these episodes. So I look forward to interacting with you and to share your journey. Remember, you were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win. Walk good.